So what is an ambassador program? Well, it's essentially utilizing people, customers, influencers, micro, macro, we'll talk about that later, but to basically spread your brand's message or your brand's marketing campaigns specific to whatever campaign you have running on their own accounts. So it's basically like getting me I'm an Instagram user, I've got a social account, and I'm gonna go and post about your brand on my account and suggest it to my followers. So that's a very basic form of it, but that's essentially what an ambassador program is. It's very straightforward. Now, you may think, well, what's the point? What's the point of a ambassador or someone just posting on Instagram if I'm Brandon, I only have, let's just say 100 followers. If I only have 100 followers, what's the point of me having Brandon post about my brand? Well, actually, a lot of times you're going to see a better return on Brandon than an influencer who has maybe 50,000 followers. And I know that may seem like, whoa, that doesn't make sense at all. But depending on the quality of that influencer and the quality of Brandon and the relationships that his followers have with him could be a big difference, right? 50,000 people, it's hard for someone to know 50,000 people personally than it is to know 100 people personally. And so these smaller accounts, which are micro influencers and nano influencers, a lot of times have a better return than these larger influencers because of that reason. Like me personally, Brandon, right? I've got 100 followers. If I have 100 followers and I'm just a nobody, well then basically these 100 people, they know me personally. And if I go and say, hey, I loved my experience with XYZ product, then they're all going to trust that right there. And so interesting statistic about this from Nielsen is that over 90% of consumers trust personal recommendations. And even better, 84% of people purchase a product based off of a referral, even if they have no personal relationship with that referral. Let that sink in. So 84% of people, I don't even know Sally down the road, right? But if Sally says that she had a good experience, I have no idea who she is, but she had a good experience, I'm going to potentially go and purchase based off that rather than the brand marketing to me, because it's just not the brand, right? There's actually a face to it, there's a person to it. They've recommended it. It's not the brand forcing their marketing message down my throat. And so this is a big movement, and it started out as influencers, the Kylie Jenners, the Tiger Woods, all the big top, celebrities are your influencers if you're gonna do influencer marketing. Well, now it's these micro influencers, these nano influencers, these smaller accounts that make up your ambassador programs that are killing the game. And so if you can't already tell, these ambassadors are extremely valuable, right? So say you have 100 people or 500 people that are in your ambassador program, and these are just your top customers, and they all have, let's just say 100 to 1,000 followers on average on their Instagram accounts or across their social media profiles. They go and talk about your brand. If 84% of people are likely to purchase based off of personal recommendation, you can start doing the numbers here. Like, it's a game changer. These people are directly recommending your products, and they're going to trust these people that are recommending the product because they follow that person off of either they know them personally or they feel like they know them personally because they're following them on socials. Those messages are going to resonate with their followers much different than you running an ad on Instagram, Facebook, Google ads of a sale that you have going on. So that is why these ambassadors are extremely valuable. Now, we'll get into how you can onboard ambassadors, and I've talked about them before in the previous video, that these ambassadors can be your most loyal customers already. And it's just reaching out to your current customers that, hey, we have an ambassador program, and we would love to have you a part of it because you are, in the top X percentage of our customers, right? There's a lot of different ways, and I'm going to cover that in another video about how to go about onboarding ambassadors and building up your program. But just this video, I wanted to explain what these ambassadors are, what the ambassador program really is, and why it's so valuable. Go back and watch this video. These ambassadors are extremely beneficial to your brand because you're able to reach your ideal customer without slapping them in the face with a sale that you've got going on. Instead, you have someone recommending your brand, and like that statistic I just read, 84% of people are likely to purchase based off of a recommendation from a person, even if they don't even know them, rather than, just seeing an ad. So with all that being said, I'm sure you can start to see how these ambassador programs can take off and really help your brand grow. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how you should be thinking about your ambassador program with your brand, depending on what type of store you have, what type of brand you have, what type of products you sell, and we're going to dive all into that. So I'll see you guys in the next video.